Hello, I'm Joseph Talbot, real estate broker and property manager in the Clearview, Collingwood, Wasaga Beach area. Today I'd like to talk to you about buying in a tough market. We're in a complete and total seller's market right now, and a lot of homes are overpriced, so it makes it a little challenging for buyers first to get in the market and to pay a reasonable amount of money. A year ago, we were paying as much as 20 and 30% less than we are today. So on average, we see an increase of 3 to 5% is kind of typical for an increase over the year for real estate values. But over this last 365 days, we've seen as much as 20 and 30% increase, which makes it that much harder for folks to get into the market. So, I mean, there's a few things that buyers can do whenever they're trying to get into the market, because they are going to typically get into a bidding war right now, especially in the 300,000 range, even up to the 400,000. It's pretty uncommon to see multiple offers until now. We're seeing multiple offers all the time in that price range. So some of the things that a buyer can do to prepare themselves to be purchasing in this kind of a market, take these things into consideration. How long do you want to live there? That's a valid point, because if you want to live there for a year and then turn around and sell it again, well, the market's not there to allow you to make any money off it, and you're just going to be paying for the hassle to move again. So there's no point in just buying a house for the sake of getting in the market. It's going to cause too much stress for you and your family. So you're going to be there for a long time. That's something to take into consideration. Another thing is, in that price range, typically you're going to be doing some renovations to the home. So can you afford to do them? Do you have the capital? Do you have the available funds to do that without, sinking your ship, basically? And can you live in that state of renovation? Like, you're going to be in a renovation state for the next 5 years. That can be stressful on a family. Some people are okay with it. Others, it really, plays hard on their relationships. So take that in consideration. Can the home grow? Can the property that you've purchased, is the lot big enough? Is it the right size? Can you do what you want with it? Maybe you want to put in a pool someday. Maybe you want to put in an addition. Maybe you need a place to park a trailer. Maybe you have a fifth wheel or a travel trailer that you want to park there. If you're in a tight subdivision, you'll never get it in there. And you also check with the town bylaws. There's bylaws against certain lengths of trailers. So you want to check these things. I mean, if you like the lot, that's a good start. Location is very relevant in real estate. So be sure that you like the location. You can always change the house, but you can't change the piece of dirt the house sits on. So make sure you got the right location for your family. Every location is different for everybody. So take that in consideration. The other thing a few things is, be confident that you can get insurance on a home, because if you have to go in multiple offer situation, you may want to remove as many conditions as you possibly can. Insurance may be one of them. Financing. Make sure you can get financing. Make sure you're pre-approved long before. I mean, you can't get a commitment from a bank, but at least you can have some idea how much money you can spend. The other thing is be careful. If you overpay for the house, then it may be difficult to get financing, because they have to do an appraisal on the home, especially if you're at 95% financing. They'll definitely want to do an appraisal. So take that into consideration, because if the appraisal doesn't come back at the right number, you're not going to be approved for financing. So think about that. Another thing to think about is an inspection. Make sure that your realtor knows homes. If they don't have any idea of what a home, or how a home functions, or the things to look for in a home when it comes to purchasing, I mean, you want to look for asbestos, you want to look for vermiculite, you want to look for cast iron pipes, you want to look for asbestos wrap pipes, knob and tube wiring, aluminum wiring, mold and mildew. You want to look for any obvious leaks in the roof. I mean, if the grade is sloping toward the house, you could have a wet basement. I mean, there's many things to look for when purchasing a home. So make sure your realtor knows what they're talking about. Make sure that I mean, yeah, they might be a good negotiator, but if they don't know your home, you could be buying a money pit, and that's the last thing you want to do. That's certainly not good for relationships, that's for sure. So, I mean, if you have time, take your home inspector with you. If you know you're going to be in multiple representation offers, take your home inspector with you if you can. Pay him, I don't know, 100, 200 bucks just to do a quick inspection. Make sure that when you book your appointment, make sure that you let the vendor know that that's what you're doing, because you might take up a little bit more time and somebody else might be waiting to get in. So make sure that the vendor knows that in advance. Because a lot of times you don't have a whole lot of time to make your decision. Chances are you're not going to get enough time to go back for a second showing before making the offer. And lots of times we're seeing offers go firm right at the table, no conditions. So you don't want to be buying a house that needs more work than you can handle. There's always a buyer for every property, but it's got to be the right property for you. Anyways, those are just a couple of things to think about when buying in a seller's market, when you're pretty sure you're going to be overpaying for a property, and that's happening an awful lot lately. So anyways, I'm Joseph Talbot, real estate broker and property manager in the Collingwood, Wasaga Beach, and Blue Mountain areas. I always appreciate your comments. You can always check me out at clearviewlistings.ca or josephtalbot.com. You can also email me at jtalbotrealestate@gmail.com. Always look forward to hearing people's comments, and if you got any solutions to some of these issues, or if you got a house for sale, give me a call and we'll talk and get you sold, get you a fair market value for it. Anyways, have yourself a great day and make it a great week. Thanks again. Bye now.